Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've been absent from social media for the last little while. We're fairly absent anyways, in light of a few factors, one of them being this heat that we've been experiencing. It's been really hot. We have a well that we water our animals from and an irrigation pond, and that's all we have. So it's time consuming making sure that everybody has enough water because we don't want our well to run dry. And the other thing that's been happening is the Catalyst Water Pipeline project that started back in April. We were expecting this to go for about maybe 6 weeks, and here we are in almost mid-August, and it's still going on. There is a section of this pipeline that runs along a peat bog in our property. There's a lake just to the right of it, and it is always being a troubled area, and it's proving to continue to do so. The original pipeline was put in here in around 1954, 1956, and it carries water from the Cowichan River to the pulp mill in Crofton and enables the mill to run. So a few years back, the pipeline burst, and they discovered that there was some bad spots in the old pipe that needed to be repaired. So this is what they've been doing. There are 16 locations or so around the Cowichan Valley that they did replace sections of this particular pipeline. Ours has been the most troublesome. Like I say, they've been here for months working on this. They've run into problem after problem, and it's a really intense project. One of the things that is creating an issue for us is that they have to bring all the equipment and all of the materials for this project right through our personal property and right through our barnyard. So they're literally driving all of this stuff like 10 feet away from the back of our house. So we're full of dust, we're full of traffic, the dogs are going crazy because they aren't used to it, and we just want our privacy and peace and quiet back. That'll be really nice. Looks like they've made good progress. We're back here tonight taking a look at what they've done, and I'm just going to turn you around here so you can kind of see the one section that I'm talking about. We calculated that they've put in, just on our property alone, almost a third of a mile of this pipe, which is an immense job. It's crazy. These guys are working super hard, and while it's a huge inconvenience to us and super stressful for everybody with the animals and moving things around and trying to give them access to get back here, they've been really kind and considerate to us as much as they can, and we appreciate that a lot. So while it's a huge negative, they are doing the best that they can, and it has to be done. We think that they own this property. That's one thing that we do have to look into at some point in time, but right now it's just we just want them in and out as fast as possible, so we're not going to create any issues for them. Yeah, what else has been happening? That's about all. This has pretty much been all consuming. I get phone calls in the morning about an hour or so before a truck comes in. Can you please move your animals? We have a concrete truck coming in a half an hour, and that's fine as long as I'm home, but I'm not always home. I don't know. They think that I'm just a farmer, so I'm here like constantly. Apparently I don't need to shop or get gas or visit my mom, so they're kind enough to put in a new shelter for my bucks and fence off an area so that we are actually able to leave that one gate open and let them have access without me having to be home all the time, which is great. We've also had a sick puppy. Copper hasn't been feeling well. He hurt his knee. He has an ACL injury in his knee that's kept him locked in the yard for the last 2 months. He's not allowed to have any hard exercise. And then he got a hot spot on his back. So we've had about 4 vet appointments for him. So yeah, it's just been one thing after another lately. Trying to keep it positive, but um, it gets a little much at times. It really does. So that's where we're at right now. That's why we haven't really been on any kind of social media a whole lot lately. I haven't had my farm store running. Everything's covered in dust, and there's a ton of traffic and equipment coming in. And these guys are actually working 7 days a week, so we don't get even a Sunday to not have people here, which kind of sucks. So hoping that by the fall, all of this will be tidied up and fixed up and done, and then we'll be able to carry on with our lives as usual. And then we'll be able to have some better videos coming for you. We have a goat show coming up. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to, I haven't committed to it yet. It's kind of last minute, but we're going to try and get there. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.